Hello and what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to All in 5. An electronic instrument which is used to detect the metal within its range is said to be a metal detector. It helps to find the metal that are hidden within objects or even they are buried underground. Metal detectorists are also using it to find various historical pieces for their good market value. I mean treasure hunting. Well, in this video, today we are going to talk about 5 most expensive things found by metal detectors. So let's jump into the top 5 list and know what actually it is. Gold Turks. In September 2009, treasure hunter David Booth went out for just to get a fresh air with his metal detector. It is said that Booth was always had an interest in local history, that's why he bought a metal detector on his birthday to treat himself. The place where he went to get fresh air was researched before by him. After taking permission from the landowner, Booth went to parking spot to park his jeep and started exploring the area with his metal detector on. I don't know Booth was kind of lucky on that day or what, but he said that within 7 steps of moving from his jeep, his metal detector gave him a signal. When he looked at it, it was just a 5 cents, but he decided to dig that side. After all, he found something that was made up of gold and was able to find 4 gold necklaces at a depth of only 50 centimeters. David Booth was shocked at first and immediately reported them to Treasure Trove Unit. Experts say it is one of the most significant hoards ever found in Scotland, where the discovered stuffs date from between 300 and 100 BC. It was found that 2 necklaces had been designed in the local Scottish style, one had based on the French style and one with Mediterranean motifs. The ornaments were purchased by the National Museum of Scotland for $570,000. The Boot of Cortez. In 1989, a local prospector from Sonora, Mexico, which is over 60 miles west of the surface water, that is Sea of Cortez, went to a Radio Shack store and bought an inexpensive metal detector. He trained by himself on first in order to operate the metal detector by practicing on buried coins and other metal objects. Then he set out for a place which was reported to produce hidden treasure. He spent several days by searching around, and the things that only found by him were scrap iron or old lead bullets. I think his hard work and time paid him off, because one morning he got a strong signal from his metal detector which turned out to be a huge gold nugget. The mass of that gold nugget is 26.6 pounds. This amazing discovery has been on display in the museums for several times. Experts think the name suits as it has externally a distinct resemblance to the boot of a Spanish conquistador, where the gold nugget got its own name, that is the Boot of Cortez. Later, it was sold at the public sale to the highest bidder, which bears a price tag of $1,552,500. The Hoxne Hoard. This story begins with the metal detectorist Eric Lewis, who was trying to find a hammer that had been dropped by his friend with the help of metal detector. But suddenly his machine gave him a strong signal where a collection of items were discovered. This area is located near the village of Hoxne, England, where the items were silver spoons, gold jewelry, as well as lots of gold and silver coins. After collecting 2 sacks of treasures, Eric decided to call archaeologists. The area was searched and unearthed 14,865 Roman coins and 200 items such as tableware, gold and silver jewelry. Experts said that the hoard were from the early 5th century AD, which had been buried by a Roman family who had to leave Britain in a hurry due to the near end of Roman occupation of Britain. As the treasure was found in a collection, it got its own name, that is the Hoxne Hoard, which bears a price tag of $2,600,000. Crossby Garrett helmet. This stunning item was discovered by an ordinary treasure hunter with metal detector near Crossby Garrett in Cumbria, England. The discovered item was found in fragment which was joined together again and was able to restore its original piece. Later they contacted with experts, where it is come to know that the helmet had been used for ceremonial occasions rather than for combat by Roman horse soldiers. Investigators also found that a Roman British farming settlement had occupied the site where the helmet was discovered. It is thought that the owner of the helmet was a local inhabitant who had served with the Roman cavalry. On 7 October 2010, the 1800-year-old helmet, complete with face mask, was about to purchase by Tulay House Museum and Art Gallery with the support of British Museum, but was outbid by an undisclosed private buyer. The stunning item was sold for $3,600,000 and has become known as the Crossby Garrett helmet. Staffordshire Hoard. Metal detectorist Terry Herbert was working on to find a treasure, which is like trying to find his own luck. He had been out of his luck for so long, but one day he asked his friend to dig up a field after getting permission from the landowner. After a few days of it, he discovered something that was more than 5 kg. The hoard, which was discovered by Terry, contained 4,000 artifacts which are dated from the 7th century AD. Experts found that those discoveries items had been made for military purpose, which were like fragments from helmets, fitting from the hilts of swords, and so on. This discovery is also considered as the largest hoard of Anglo-Saxon gold and silver metalwork ever found. The items were amounted to be a total of 5.1 kg of gold, 1.4 kg of silver, and some 3,500 pieces of Gannett ancient technique jewelry. The Stafford's higher hoard was purchased jointly by the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery and the Potteries Museum and Art Gallery for $5,300,000 US. I think metal detecting is totally based on the luck, because if you are lucky enough to find a single treasure, then you will become a millionaire. So what do you people think about these 5 discoveries found through metal detector? Let me know in the comment section. This much for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. For more updates of upcoming videos, you can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram at @allinFIBEE, or link in description. Until then, this is Prasan Tamang, narrator of All in 5, signing out. Peace.